Welcome to Screencast, Kinda Funny's only entertainment-based podcast where we talk about TV shows, movies, and streaming services. I'm your host, Kevin Coelho, and with me, Joey, the movie bros herself.
Hello.
Hey.
It's just the two of us today.
Just the two of us today.
I feel like this doesn't happen very often.
No, it's only happened once before, I believe. Yeah.
Holding on the fort.
You can catch this show live every Friday at around 11:30ish. On twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. If you don't have time for that, you can watch us as a VOD on Rooster Teeth or YouTube. If you don't want to look at our faces, you can download it on your favorite podcast services. We should be on all of them. If we're not, let Tim Geddes know, and he will fix that for you.
I don't know how to do that part.
Yeah, no, me neither. No idea. Go ahead and give us a like. Give us a thumbs up wherever you can. It means a lot.
You can leave a review, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. If you want to help support us, you can go on patreon.com/kindafunny. Go to the bronze tier level, and you could answer some of our questions that we throw at you at the end of the show. Now, let's talk about what we watched this week.
Very exciting. Let me pull up my list because my memory is just pretty trash.
Oh, man.
We're going to start with the first kind of weird thing that I've been watching. Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds.
It's just like the perfect, right now at least, like Netflix thing to throw on in the background. It's another like procedural, but I just always like playing the game of can I figure out who did it /why before they do.
How often do you figure it out?
It's not usual. I don't know. It's the last one I totally nailed, but it took me a little bit to get there. I don't know. It's fun. It has good character stuff. There's also 1 billion seasons of it. So that makes it.
It's always good, yeah.
I think there's like 15 of them, and I'm on season 3.
Oh, man.
So I've been doing some art stuff, so it's like the perfect thing to put on in the background. I don't have any other. It's just a fun thing to watch. I've been catching up on current shows like 911, which is another one of just my like, I have it on in the background while I do stuff. And then The Good Place. I'm still like at one. I didn't watch this week's episode of The Good Place, but I really like season 4. I'm very interested in how they wrap everything up.
Okay.
But it's really fun. I don't know. I love the characters. I think the writing's really great. You don't love The Good Place, do you?
I have like a hate-like relationship with it where it's like I like some of it, but overall I don't like it. Overall, it's like I watch it just because I started at one point.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I have to keep going. Where like season 2 and 3, I just didn't enjoy overall. It had moments where I was like, oh, this is fun. But just overall, I was like, it seems like they keep flipping this rock over and over trying to get something out of it.
Oh, yeah. I like that each season has like a distinctly different feel and like a different like major plot line.
Yeah.
Like they've all been very, very different, but I think that they've done a good job at like not being super samey, which I like.
I'm excited that it's ending, and I'm gonna wait till it's over to binge it all. Yeah, because it goes really quick, and I don't know if I could do that.
They're 20-minute episodes. I usually wait like a couple weeks and catch up on them, so they're a little bit longer. I do like appreciate that they were like, we have the story we want to tell, and we're gonna tell it, and we're not gonna drag this out for 10 seasons. I'm looking at you, Supernatural, which I'm still watching, but like, does it really need to be this long? Probably not. What
15
else?
15 seasons they went with Supernatural.
It's so long. I wrote down okay, now I remember. I wrote this down because I haven't been on in a while. So there are movies that I've watched like a couple of weeks ago. I watched a movie called Fracture.
Oh, I did too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Man. It was, well, just because like I want to think about how I phrase this. Because
we don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, it was very suspenseful.
Yeah.
Hated the ending.
Really?
But I thought it was interesting that that's where it went.
I didn't hate the ending. I like that they always keep you on your toes. Okay, I'm going to read I'll give you the like Twitter version of it's this family. So it's a dad, a mom, and a daughter who are on this road trip for Thanksgiving, and they stop to like go to the bathroom or get gas or something like that.
All of those.
And the little girl gets like cornered by a dog and falls, and so they go to a hospital. It's like this whole thing, and then they're like, "Oh, we have to take you downstairs," and then all of us they take her downstairs to like get CAT scans or MRIs or whatever it is, and then he like he's been waiting for a while, so he asks the doctor like what's going on, and they have like no idea what he's talking about, and they're like, only you checked in. You didn't have you didn't have a wife or a daughter and all this stuff.
All these doctors have gone home now. So like,
yeah,
there's
everybody
no one
that you met with before is no longer there, and nobody knows what you're talking about. So it's this whole thing of like him trying to figure out what happened to his family. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's worth watching on Netflix.
I don't know. I feel like it's very suspenseful. And what happened? Paula like fell asleep in the last like 20 minutes, and then afterwards, the next day, she was like, "Should I finish it?" And I was like, I don't know. I feel like it's really like I don't like how it ends in a way that it's like I don't think this is worth watching. I couldn't recommend her watch the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just because it was like they did such a good job building up the suspense, and I just feel like the payoff wasn't there for me.
So I had hung out with Paula and Gia and our friend Rochelle a few nights before, and we had talked about before I had watched this like these types of movies where you don't know like if the person's a reliable narrator, and talking about like how can you do like how do you do them well, and I think this is an interesting piece of that puzzle, not necessarily in that it did it well, but in the way that it got you to the end. We'll have to talk about this later.
Yeah.
Because I kind of am interested to see if people watch it, what they thought. I don't see shame over Greg. He says we've talked him out of, or her out of watching it. I don't know. I liked it. The main guy too was someone familiar, but I can't remember who off the top of my head.
He had a familiar face, but
Yeah.
like there was no like real like actors that I knew in it.
Yeah, it was all kind of randoms.
Yeah. It felt very much like a shitty Netflix movie.
Yeah. Speaking of shitty Netflix movies, I don't know if it's shitty. I watched In the Tall Grass with Patrick Wilson.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Did you like it?
I did.
Did you like it more than Fractured?
Yes, significantly more.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like there was a much higher budget on it, and it
Yeah.
looked more like a movie than the other one did, than Fracture did. Just like the quality of it.
Yeah.
And I like that premise a lot, and that is a movie where I actually enjoyed the ending of it, where I was like, oh, this is really rad. Yeah.
I think I like Fractured better.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't dislike In the Tall Grass, but I also didn't have like an optimal watching experience. I was watching with someone who was talking a lot during it.
Oh, no.
But it was interesting to see Patrick Wilson in this role versus like his whole Conjuring roles.
Right.
Where it's like a very different tone in like a similar genre that I'm not kind of used to him doing. But I think it's interesting. I just like Stephen King, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pretty much watch anything Stephen King that's ever going to come out.
I think I'm in the same boat. Stephen
Yeah.
King's dope.
Which we'll also talk about later, I think, too.
Yep, we sure will during trailer talk.
Trailer talk. Then I started watching Dairy Girls.
Yes.
Which is on Netflix.
Oh my God, I love Dairy Girls.
I went home a couple weekends ago, and my parents were watching it, and my mom was like, I'm going to put on the first episode and just see if you like it. And my friend Laura had recommended this to me like years ago when we had met up during Christmas, and she was like, this is such your show, you're going to love it. And it's really fun. It's super quirky and weird, and I don't think this is not a show for everyone by any means.
No.
But
for the people that are going to like, they're really going to like it.
Yeah, there's something about it that just totally vibes with me and my humor and stuff like that.
Now, do you think that they were making it like they were exaggerating their accents, right?
I don't know. This is
I
one
feel
of
like
the first things where I've like, I have to watch this with the subtitles on. And even with the subtitles on, I don't really know 100% what they're saying all the time.
Yeah, because they're Irish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. I've only watched like the first like 3 episodes, so I need to keep going. It stays
good through both seasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to keep watching it. I think that's what I'm going to do this weekend. But yeah.
I highly recommend that for anyone out there.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've watched. I didn't know this, but Hallmark, you know how they do all their Christmas movies?
Yeah.
They also do fall-themed movies.
Uh-huh.
So I started watching some of those. They're not good.
No.
But man, do I like them.
Yeah. How are you watching this?
I was at my parents' dog sitting last weekend, so they have the Hallmark channel. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I could not even tell you what they're called. I don't know anybody in these movies. They all have, like, it's a fall-themed movie, and this dog's name is, like, Autumn or something like that. I'm like, oh, man, you guys, like, didn't even really try. But, man, I want to figure out what happens with these 2 hometown lawyers. It's really good that I don't have cable, guys.
I also watched quite a bit this last week. I watched Fractured, and then I watched Teen Spirit. Trailer that I included here. It's like Dakota Fanning. Is that her name? No.
Dakota or Elle?
Elle Fanning. That's it. Yep. Elle Fanning is
What's it
like
called?
Teen Spirit.
Teen Spirit.
Teen Spirit is like in this world is like American Idol.
Oh.
And I think there's somewhere in Poland.
I saw the trailer for this.
The
I
trailer,
remember this.
I feel like, is totally not like does not sell the movie correctly. Where the trailer kind of made it seem like a fucked up, suspenseful movie.
Yeah.
With like weird vibes to it.
I also don't think that it helps that it has like the euphoria. Like,
yeah. The colors
look.
there. Yeah. And it's totally not that. It is just a like, hey, American Idol. Like, look, this girl's journey through it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Especially, between the euphoria coloring and that episode of Black Mirror that happened with Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
You think that there's some
Something weird stuff happening, but it's way more straightforward than that. I thought it was fine. Elle Fanning is really good in it, and her like there's another older
Is it
guy in
Netflix?
it that's really good. Yes, I believe it's on Netflix. But I didn't take a note. It might be Hulu.
Okay.
That actually might be Hulu now that I'm thinking more about it.
Good
Maybe
to
it's Amazon Prime? No, it looks like it says Hulu right there.
Oh,
Hulu's
perfect.
where I watched it, but you might be able to watch it on Amazon Prime as well.
Looks like you can buy it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I also watched Between Two Ferns, the movie.
Oh.
Man, I really don't like it.
Really?
I've never liked that show, but I've always seen clips of it that I
Yeah.
thought are funny. And it's just like, I don't understand that humor. I can't get it. Just I really disliked it, and it just was like, this sucks.
Yeah, that's
like I heard
interesting.
such good things about it too.
Yeah, because Tim really liked
Yeah.
it. Andy really liked it. I've never really watched the show, so I don't know. Because it started as a bit on, was it Funny or Die?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Andy didn't really like it. He only really liked one bit of the outtakes and the like.
I thought he was saying
shit.
he liked all of the credit, which are essentially all outtakes.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like not even that. Like there were funny moments there, but like not worth the time that I spent on it. Yeah. I rewatched Fleabag all the way through.
That's also on
Seasons
my list.
1 and 2, which is all of it. I enjoy that show. Season 1 is fine. Season 2 I really, really like. Yeah. Sad that it's over. I
Yeah.
could do with one more season of it, but it's cool that like she ended it where she wanted to, you know?
Yeah.
What else do I have? Oh, I watched Blue Jasmine. I believe that was on HBO.
Oh.
I really like that movie. It is very sad, and like there is no character growth whatsoever, but it's a
I was
good
definitely
movie.
thinking of Blue Valentine. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Blue Jasmine is Woody Allen movie. And it's got Kate Blanchett in it,
Okay.
and the lady from
Sally Hawkins. I like her.
Is that the lady from Shape of Water?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good, but it's
like
very
Baldwin.
tragic, and not a movie that like ends and leaves you in a happy place.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a lot of
But a cool concept.
those.
And then I watched Isn't It Romantic, which I think was also on HBO.
Is that the Rebel Wilson one?
It is the Rebel Wilson one. Rebel Wilson movies where she is the main protagonist are not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not think it was good. It was better than some of the other ones. I liked this better than The Hustle.
By a mile.
Yeah. This was, I think, the most redeeming of her.
Yeah, I would
solo
agree.
efforts.
Yeah. Where it wasn't like the worst movie
I was
ever, like The
mad
Hustle
that I
was.
saw it.
Yeah.
Which is how I felt after I left The Hustle.
Yeah, which I think that at some point we should do like the worst movies we've seen this year, and like
I'm sure we'll do top 10 on both ends.
okay,
at the end of the year.
yeah, but yeah, this movie was very, very like okay. It was very close to being terrible.
Yeah.
but like close enough where it was like I wasn't angry that I watched it.
Yeah. Adam Devine is also an interesting one because I like him so much, but his movies for me are so hit and miss. Isn't he in this one?
Yes,
Right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's the main
He's like
dude.
the best
Yeah,
friend or
yeah.
whatever. Where it's like sometimes this one it didn't really hit for me with him.
Did you ever watch Game Over Man? I think it was called Game
I don't
Over or
think so.
something. The one where he like works at a hotel and they come and
Oh no, I didn't.
yeah, Game Over Man. I really enjoyed that movie way more than I thought I would.
Huh.
And if you like Adam Devine, I think that's a good movie to check out, where
Okay.
he is working at a hotel and it gets taken hostage. Like,
And yeah, doesn't it
I
have
feel like
the
this is
other
probably more fun
workaholics
than
guys
this.
in
yeah.
it too?
Yeah.
Rom-com stuff. Because the one with the photo booth was kind of weird too.
I did not like that one.
I didn't hate that one.
Yeah.
But like then we have stuff like Jexy that came out this week or last week that doesn't.
We
not
will
look
never
great.
see, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
It's not anything that I'm really stoked on.
I watched a couple of other movies, but we'll talk about that in a little bit when we go over like what we were watching in theaters for a big topic.
And really quick before you move on, My Hero Academia season 4 started this last Saturday, and let me tell you, I'm so fucking excited for the rest of the season, Kev. The first episode was really only like recap of, hey, here are all these characters if you need to be like kind of brought back up to date. Here are all the students in Class 1A, what their powers are and all that stuff. But it was a nice recap that had this kind of touching story because at this point, like the main superhero of Japan is no longer a superhero anymore. He's retired. And so people in Japan are kind of looking for a like new hope for the future and like the new number one hero that will be like the leading kind of hope for Japan. And it's a story about this like news writer or whatever, like trying to like go on the hunt and like find like who it really is. And you think he's trying to like kind of do a gotcha and find Midoriya, who's like the main character, and be like, oh, like you're the one who's like All Might is training and all this stuff, and I'm gonna blast you on news and stuff. But at the end, he was like, I just wanted to find out for myself of like who you were and stuff, and I'm really like now if anybody asks, like I'm not gonna put you on blast, but like I will say like you know like.
There's hope.
There is hope, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, it was a really touching, like little story. But it was just a little nice little palate, or something to wet your palate. You know what I'm saying? And get you excited for the rest of the season. So from what I've heard, Mirio, who's the guy that I was talking about last week, there's a lot of him in this coming arc. So I'm very very excited.
I really really want to get into this show.
It's on Hulu, man.
My roommate was watching it last night, and
Definitely
No?
not for you.
No.
It
Not
is very anime, but what I like to pitch is like it's very Western inspired. Despite that, because it's about superheroes and all this stuff, it's a good mix of the like Western kind of inspired stories and like Japanese inspired stories. So yeah, I'm very excited. It's on Hulu, Kev. I'm just saying.
It is, and I've almost started it so many times. It's on there. I'm gonna make it happen. That and Letterkenny. They're both on my list.
Oh my
now.
god, yeah. I don't have Hulu anymore, but I need to get it again soon to watch Letterkenny because I need to catch up, and then I'm very excited to talk about it in a minute when later on in the show. Yeah,
Out this week. Yeah. Letterkenny's season 7 is out. Spoilers. All right, well let's do some quick housekeeping. Go to kindafunny.com store and buy our shirts. Video games are cool is I think the best shirt we got out right now. It's a rad shirt. I love it.
That
and
one,
also
the
the
Nitro
Nitro
Rifle
Rifle Association.
Association.
You can also go to kindoffunny.com/El and get the Extra Life 2019 shirt.
Yeah, ours just got shipped. I'm very excited
I'm
to wear
very
them.
excited. Did I get it in sweater form?
Yes.
I sure did.
Thanks to Cameron Ken for submitting the design for that.
Yeah, our winner for this year. Kind of Funny is going to Toronto this weekend.
Not only are they going, I'm pretty sure they're there.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
Very early
That's
this
why
morning.
no one's here right now.
Yeah.
That makes
to be fair, the festivities don't start until tomorrow.
Sure. But they're there now. And I forgot that Tim wasn't going. So it's Greg, Nick, and Andy, correct?
Correct.
On Saturday at 12:30, they will be doing an autograph session. Do we have any more information on that? When the queue starts?
Yeah, if you go to kindoffunny.com/events, you can find the room number. I asked about what time the line starts. I have no idea.
Okay. So, you might want to get there at 9:30 a.m.
I don't know. That seems
Just
early.
camp out, get a little chair, set that all up. On Saturday at 7:30, there's the Smash Royal Rumble on the main stage, where they're bringing up best friends to play Smash,
I think
correct?
so, yeah.
And is there some sort of trophy? There
Nick's
is.
so excited.
Yeah. And then on Sunday at 11 a.m. is the Kinda Funny panel. Will they get drunk at 11 a.m. in the morning?
Gosh, that sounds like something they'll do.
Yeah, panels are so much fun. I want to thank Patreon producers Al Tribesman and David Mintel.
The Mind Freak.
Stream me.
I can't do the
I can't-
predator noise. Yeah, I can't roll my tongue.
And
so
then
I'm
there's
really
also the
sorry,
candy
Al.
line.
I don't. Yeah.
Which I don't know. You never heard of
Oh,
it?
yeah.
I want some candy.
I want some candy.
I don't know what it is,
I
but
don't
yeah.
like that.
And also, this show is brought to you by our sponsors, Manscaped and Escape the Invasion. But more about that later. Now it's time for the news.
News.
I like that a lot.
That was like the energy I'm putting out right now.
I see it. I see it. You're slouching your chair. You look very comfy. I've been there, brother.
I'm hungover.
I know.
Let me tell you.
You stay strong.
I tweeted this out last night. When two Courtneys get in a room together and have only 3 drinks, it turns into way more than that. Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Well, when one Courtney gets in a room.
With
3
like
drinks.
2.5 beers.
Yeah.
And then it turns slowly into 10 beers.
Our first news story, one just for Joey.
Sometimes I'm like, does Kevin know me? And then I read the lineup for today. Kevin fucking knows me.
Yeah, I do. All right, buddy. Grease, Rydell High. Did I say that wrong?
Yeah.
Rydell? Mm-hmm. Okay. Musical spin-off series ordered by HBO. A joyous musical series set in around the world of Rydell High, the show reimagines the global smash hit movie with some characters you already know and a whole lot of more you will soon meet. It's still set in the 1950s, a world that rocks with big musical numbers from the period combined with new original songs as well. It's the peer pressure of high. I'm not going to read that. Yeah, so reimagines the global smash hit. So they're redoing them, like it's a total redo.
I want to say it's a reboot / it's a series.
Yeah, so that's they're gonna extend the story out and fill it up a little bit more.
I'm so in. Idle Nomad in the chat nailed it. I am. I'm excited. It's more Grease.
Yeah, but
What's not to love
now
about it?
you have to get HBO Max.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. What else is on HBO Max?
Lots
Anything?
and lots of stuff.
Is that the one that's getting The Office?
No, isn't that is that? I can't remember.
I don't know. Yeah, HBO Max is The Office.
There you go.
Oh, no, it's adding BBC The Office. My bad.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, gross.
HBO Max, I think, isn't that Seinfeld, weirdly enough?
I don't know.
No, Seinfeld's going to Netflix, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, for the next like 5 years. There's gonna be a lot of stuff on HBO Max. It's
All right,
gonna be huge.
this is my
So-
third attempt. Friends, maybe?
That might be it.
Maybe that sounds more right.
Yeah.
That sounds more
One
correct.
of the big 3. So I guess the other question I have about HBO Max, is it going to be tied into HBO Go, HBO Now at all?
Man, these are all the mysteries of life. Are
Because
they
if
are
it
they
is, there's
gonna
a
have
way higher chance that I'll get it.
right?
If I also get all this other
I
stuff.
imagine it is, and like I also imagine that the reason they went with the HBO Max as the name for this streaming
'Cause
service,
it's gonna,
encompass everything.
Yeah.
And HBO Go and HBO Now are already prominent names.
and
in
it'll
that,
just slot under or above those. I'm excited. I'm excited. I have very low expectations
Yeah.
for this. It's an HBO production, right? So it should be relatively good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, I mean I
Assuming they
think
put
so.
in the effort, time, money into it.
I don't know how much I've ever talked about Grease, but I love Grease,
Grease is so good.
and I've never seen the sequel.
I think you're gonna hate it.
Really?
The music, yeah. I mean, most people do.
Yeah.
But there's something that's really fun about Grease too to me, which I feel like I don't need to say because I've talked about it a lot on this show. But yeah, is this the first original HBO Max show that they have announced, or have they announced other ones? Other original?
You know,
programming?
I have. I'm
HBO,
sure that we've talked about it before, and I should know the
Original
answer.
Programming.
I have one more line that I want to read here.
Okay.
As of now, there's no executive producers named beyond the general involvement of Paramount Television, Temple Hill, and Picture Start. All 3 of them are also working on the Grease prequel, Summer Loving, that was announced earlier this year. There are no writers or directors announced yet. So we're not sure whether this is something we can look forward to yet. Stay tuned. I did not.
Me, it's gonna get canceled. And
Do you remember this Summer Loving? Because I don't remember hearing about this at all.
I don't.
And like, this is definitely something we would have covered.
Yeah.
Summer Loving. So a prequel show, or a prequel something.
I mean, it does sound vaguely familiar,
It does sound vaguely familiar to me too.
but I think because there's no information on it that we didn't cover it. I would assume.
Yeah. I don't usually like to cover things that are just little things like this.
Yeah, HBO Max is getting Friends.
Okay, cool.
Got it.
Pretty.
Yes, first try.
They're also getting Fresh Prince. They're housing now Pretty Little Liars, which is interesting.
Aren't they the ones who
The
are?
CW shows.
Aren't they also rebooting Boondocks?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Yeah, and they're doing 2 seasons, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. HBO Max, man. There's a lot of potential there.
It might be a sleeper hit.
Yeah. God, he looks like he's about to fall asleep, Joey. Speaking of HBO, a story that I didn't actually include in here, but like there are now, speaking of the Fresh Prince of BelAir, there are now rumors coming up that like there is going to be a sequel
reboot.
series or a spin-off series
Interesting.
with Will Smith. He said in an interview like there's no way it's ever going to happen, and then recently he also said in another interview that they're working on it. So we'll see where that goes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like he's.
Do you like Fresh Prince?
I like Fresh Prince. I don't love Fresh Prince. I think this would be an interesting time for him to do it because he's been doing Aladdin and Gemini Man, which, like, granted, hasn't gotten great reviews, but a lot of people are talking about it and the technology and stuff like that. Like,
I actually think that one might be worth going to watch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to see cool technology advancing.
did you guys talk about that last?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the high frame rate is really cool.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like, and now even his YouTube channel is really cool. I feel
Yeah.
like this wouldn't be a bad time for him to bring it back now that he's a little bit more in the spotlight. I
Yeah.
feel like than he has been in recent years.
I wonder if it'll go on HBO Max, though. You know?
I don't know how licensing
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
But I would imagine, I don't know. He could shop it around to all of them and see who bites.
I was just trying to segue back to HBO Max for our next news story. Tim just walked in.
Uh-oh.
A little breaking news.
Ooh.
It's
Break
kind
it,
of some
dude.
fun stuff. Mandalorian release schedule.
Oh, this is
shit.
very exciting.
So the season premiere will be Tuesday, November 12th.
And
then from there on out, it's every Friday. But that week, there'll be 2. So it goes the 12th and then the 15th, 22nd, 29th, 6th, 13th, 18th, December 27th. Season
I
finale.
don't like Fridays.
I know. It's going to make content real difficult.
Real
for us,
difficult.
Man. Real.
If you want, because everyone's going to have to watch it at like midnight if we're going
Yeah.
to talk about it on Screencast.
If it launches on
If it launches
midnight.
at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know like what their timing
Yeah,
schedule
no
is.
idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like streaming services usually launch stuff at midnight.
Yeah.
But it also depends on time zone shit. Like, yeah, Netflix is midnight here because I think
all-
it's all based here. But then,
Disney,
yeah, East
though.
Coast is like fucking 3 a.m. and all that weird shit. So, yeah.
We'll have to figure it out. Maybe we'll do an in-review show on Saturdays.
On Saturdays.
Okay.
I'd be in. You'd be in.
I mean, you know I'm in, bud.
We're in,
You
baby.
know I'm
We'll
in.
figure it out.
The Friday afternoon recording schedule, pretty light.
That's true. Fridays are
That's
usually.
true.
Yeah.
Joey making some good calls there.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
They're not there. I'm also don't plan on being on the show. There are people with way stronger Star Wars opinions than me. So
God, I'm very excited for that show. Now, to jump back to the HBO Max news that I was going to bring up, another exclusive that they have scooped up. All of Studio Ghibli's films.
exciting. You know why I'm excited about it? Because I've literally only watched Totoro.
Oh my God, Spirited Away, man, one of my favorite movies still
I
to
know.
this day.
It's an Oscar-winning Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Every time they do like a series of like, we're going to show all of the Ghibli movies. I think it's AMC maybe that usually does it. One of them. What's the movie theater that's in the mall downtown?
And okay, I was thinking of the channel, and I was like,
Oh,
what? No. Yeah.
They're like, I feel like almost every summer, like every other summer,
I-
they're like,
yeah, they do
we're
like
gonna
a
show one a
whole-
week.
yeah.
And
The
I was like,
poster
dang,
always
I
looks
should-
so good.
right?
Yeah.
It's like I should really do this, and then
Yeah.
it comes down to it, and I never do.
Now, if you get HBO Max, it might
I
be on
know.
there, yeah. It's funny
I
because
maybe have seen Kiki's Delivery Service too, but
That's
I
a
feel
good
like
one.
that's like long time ago.
it's funny because 2 days ago there was another story where like the head of Studio Ghibli was like, they're never going to be released on streaming platforms. We're not even considering anyone right now. And then 2 days later today, they've been or yesterday they
Yeah.
were like, oh yeah, it's going to be HBO Max.
He was just doing a red herring, you know. He was just like,
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I
yeah.
feel like this is a glaring hole in my movie watching experience.
I'm in the same boat where I've only seen a couple of them, and we have like the Blu-ray set, but it's Blu-ray set, and I want it in 4K, and there's no 4K release, so it's like, So every once in a while we'll watch it, and Polly like gives me a lot of shit because she's kind of always throws them out there. I'm always like, I'm not in the mood right now.
Yeah.
Because like their stories are so good, and like some of them can be very sad, and like you know, there was the Princess
Mononoke.
That movie is fucked up. I liked it. Yeah.
I know all of these, but I just have never watched them.
Moving on to our next story, which didn't print correctly, I'm noticing now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The Batman finds its Catwoman and Riddler?
Yeah.
Okay. The Riddler information is missing here,
I have it.
but Zoe Kravitz is going to be Catwoman in The Batman.
I'm excited for this. I really like her in...
Fantastic Beasts?
No, Big Little Lies.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, she was pretty cool in Fantastic Beasts.
I don't really
She's
remember
alright.
a lot about Fantastic Beasts.
Not
I'm
a
gonna
lot
be
good
honest.
happens there.
So I didn't love her season 2 arc, which is more of a Big Little Lies thing and less of a Zoe Kravitz thing. I think that she'll be really fun.
Yeah,
like her.
going alongside Robert Pattinson, like I'm really excited for that like kind of pairing right there. That's really cool.
You think
Yeah.
there's going to be some making out?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
And then who's playing?
Paul Dano, who I think is great.
I like him. He's definitely creepy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be awesome.
I think he's going to be
Like,
really
that-
good. Because you mostly know him from Little Miss Sunshine, right?
Little Miss Sunshine, then he was also in There Will Be Blood, right?
Yeah, he was in There Will Be Blood.
Which he was great
He
in.
was so good in Love and Mercy, the Beach Boys movie with John Cusack.
Oh yeah,
He
I
was
forgot that he was. Oh
so
my god,
good.
yeah,
I think that this is great.
yeah.
He also has a small role in the second Batman movie. Right? Or is that someone
What?
else?
No, you're thinking of
that's
someone
the
else.
Russian
Yeah,
dude that I was thinking. Yeah.
He's also in Looper, kind of as a like the kind of friend character who first gets shown being killed by his Looper in a really fucked up way.
Right.
And then he was in Swiss Army Man with Daniel Radcliffe a couple of years
I
ago.
forgot about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, he's amazing. This was
He was actually really good in Swiss Army Man.
this was dream casting that I came up with 4 years ago on like a random.
Now, do you have
fucking
proof of that?
I do. I can't
Can
bring
you
it
pull
up.
it up, or-
Yeah, I mean,
Timestamp.
I'm sorry. I heard earlier that there was no proof.
There's no proof.
You see? I believe you. You don't have to pull it up.
We're just kidding.
We're just joking.
I mean,
But
I
dude,
got
hey,
everything else wrong, but like,
No, Ace, that's a good casting call.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a call I would have thought of,
yeah.
but like, that's really.
I
rad.
still want Peter Capaldi as Alfred because I think that
Didn't
would
they
be
already? No, they didn't. They
No,
haven't
they
booked
cast
Alfred yet, but they did do Gordon. Yeah,
which I've always wanted Ewan McGregor to play because I think that would be fucking awesome.
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
I
I don't
like
think he's
the guy
old
that
enough
they
yet.
casted though.
Well, the like kind of dream casting I was doing was for Batman 0 year, so that's when everybody's like younger and stuff like that, and that's why I think Paul Dano would have been fucking awesome.
Isn't the rumor that this is closer to 0 year?
Not from I've known nothing about what this movie is going to be about, so I'm interested.
Is casting getting you excited though?
Yeah, it's Gordon is the guy from
What's his name? Jeffrey Wright.
yeah.
Let's see his picture.
He's from the Hunger Games, and he was
Oh,
in,
yeah, I like him a lot.
Westworld.
Yeah,
and
I really
shit
like
like
That's
him
a
that.
too.
cool
Yeah.
choice for Gordon.
Yeah, and then from I think all that we like
Yeah, because
officially
Jonah
know
Hill
is
backed out of whatever discussions
Yeah.
they were having.
Well, he
Yeah.
was in talks of being Riddler.
I
Riddler
think.
and Penguin was the other rumor.
Yeah, and the like rumor is that they were pretty already prepared for Hill to drop out, so. Like him dropping out just happened a couple of days ago, and then
Yeah.
it was literally the next day where it was like, "Oh, Paul Dano, the Riddler," and
So
so,
stoked.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
pumped.
Honking is on our side.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I forget what. I think it might have been the Hollywood Reporter that's like, this is rumored to have just like a bunch of like the villain cast. Very interested to see who else they bring in. Cast Poison Ivy. She's my favorite, and I'd
don't
like
know,
to
I
see her
feel
in
like-
another movie. That'd be cool.
Movies that have had a lot of villains in it, like comic book movies, typically don't do super well, you know?
CRS1 in the chat says it seems like it's going to be more like Long Halloween inspired, which does have a lot of villains, but I think
Yeah.
that they are woven in and out of the story pretty well.
Yeah.
If
I
they
don't
could-
think they're all there at the same time, right?
Yeah, like Joker gets like one little bit, and
Yeah.
Poison Ivy gets like one little segment and stuff like that. Like they're
But
all.
could they do that? Like, I don't know that
And pull that
m-
off.
movie
Yeah.
format handles that necessarily well. Because like Long Halloween, what?
12 issues.
12 issues, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Like each issue is like around a holiday, right? I think they could pull it off because there's still this overarch like looming of someone is. There's still this mystery of who this holiday, or not the holiday killer. I think the holiday killer.
Calendar
is,
killer?
No, it's
Calendar Man.
No, they think it's Calendar Man. It's been so long, but I think the holiday killer is for Dark Victory. I don't know, but anyway, there's still this like looming like figure that Batman's still trying to chase. So I think they could pull that off. I think they could do it. I hope they could do it.
I'm excited to see what comes from this.
Yeah.
And then with our last story of the week, Kevin Feige becomes Chief Creative Officer at Marvel, now overseeing film, TV, and publishing.
Yeah, give him everything.
Right? Give him everything.
Give him whatever title he wants.
Yeah.
Give him whatever properties he wants. Give him everything.
Get rid of these non-MCU like TV shows.
Yeah.
Let them all end.
All
Stop
the, like-
announcing new ones.
Yeah.
Stop. Just stop.
Put everything on Disney
Yeah.
Plus. Do
So
everything.
like this kind of quiets down rumors that he's going to take over Star Wars.
Interesting.
But also Kathleen Kennedy like confirmed that she was like
Stepping
signed,
down.
No,
Oh, no.
signed a new contract like last week.
Yeah. I think I'd be fine with him just taking. I feel like there's a lot of Marvel things that we would like to incorporate, so I'd be fine with him just focusing on that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is, I want to see how long the MCU can stay as strong as it is.
Yeah.
And having his full attention on like this, and now him being like the czar of all the MCU content, like is
Yeah.
great. Like, cool. Make sure that
Into it.
like someone is running the ship and like
Yeah.
the stories are all building somewhere. Like, I can't wait for Disney Plus to come out with all their shows and stuff. And I hope
So
that
exciting.
I like the other day I was like sitting at home thinking about it, and I just kind of got worried. And it was like, I don't want to live in a world where like all these shows are crap. And it's just like, oh, great, this other thing came in and
Yeah.
it's tied into that.
I don't know. I have very high expectations for all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm pretty sold on everything I've seen so far. Speaking of this, did you also see that picture that Ryan Reynolds posted on social?
I did. And it's one of those. Barry, can you try to find it? Ryan Reynolds' Instagram.
It's also on his Twitter account.
But I feel like he tweets a lot. I don't know how much he posts on Instagram.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Sure.
But it's just him standing in front of the Marvel's
Marvel
logo.
Studios logo?
Yeah, and it's just like, what is he talking to people about? Deadpool? Or something else? Yeah, there it is.
I'm so
Because, like,
excited.
I could totally see him doing more than one role. Like, keeping the Deadpool role separate and doing something else.
I hope they're bringing Deadpool in.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
I just want a Deadpool Spider-Man crossover movie. That's all
I mean,
want. That'd be so.
Will we
fucking
get it?
great.
I don't know. I feel like Spider-Man is such a, like,
Yeah.
iffy place.
Yeah.
Forever until, like, they actually sort stuff out. Hopefully in, the next deal is going on for 2 years or something like that?
Isn't it
It's
just
I
just
think
one more
one more crossover movie
And one more solo movie.
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Well, so hopefully the next deal that happens after that is more of a permanent thing, and like they can use
Like,
him
they
as
bring
a more
him back
integral
in?
part.
Or maybe they just fucking
Buy him back from Sony.
They're not gonna
Buy
buy
the
him back.
fucking-
Venom made too much goddamn money. Thanks, guys. Thanks for going to watch Venom.
Hey,
A
you're
movie
part of
that's
the
horrible.
problem.
Not twice.
You're part of the problem, Kevin.
You're right.
Yeah. When
You
Venom
saw it
2
twice?
Yeah, I saw it twice in like 3 days.
You're double part of the problem.
Yeah, I know.
I did it for work.
So wait, you're saying that it's too much money?
They made.
No, you're saying that you don't think they can buy it back because it's too much money?
No, I don't. It's not.
They
that
don't wanna
can't.
sell it.
Don't think that
Sony
Sony's gonna
doesn't
sell.
want
I
to
was like,
sell.
because
yeah.
they-
Disney Marvel doesn't have enough money, and I was about to have issue with that.
No, but it's just like there's a limit to how much they can pay for something like that. Can you go to Box Office Mojo and find out how much Venom made?
Yeah. Chloe's also in the chat saying she saw it twice too. But Joey,
Chloe,
or
come on, be
you're
cool, bro.
What am I doing? What's Chloe saying?
She said she saw it twice too in the
Oh, yeah.
theaters, but
Be
she's also
perfect.
like a weirdo, you know.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. She likes
she's-
Transformer movies.
Hey, I like to hang out with my
And
friends,
robots.
and when they want to get day drunk and then go see a dumb bad movie, I'm gonna be in.
I was part of that day drunk group too.
So maybe you're part of the problem too, Barrett.
I'm an enabler. I'm sorry. Its domestic total gross was 213.
Nobody cares about domestic. Give me that
million.
worldwide.
Worldwide was $856 million.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck, guys.
It's a lot of money for a terrible movie.
I don't know.
Also, Spiderverse. I feel like if they
Spiderverse was really good, and you're right. Like Spiderverse wouldn't have happened
yeah.
had Disney owned it. I don't think.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, and one of the best animated movies that came out last year.
It's a rock and
I
a
think
hard
it's
place,
the-
you know.
Yeah.
Best animated movie that came out last year?
Did it win the Oscar for best?
That I
Yes,
don't
it did.
know.
Yes,
this
it
is
did.
just a personal.
It did win the best.
I don't remember what
animated
movies
movie.
came out ever. So it's all a confusing blur.
So good.
Yeah.
Anyways, very excited.
Yeah, no. Shout out to Kevin Feige. That's
Feige.
it. Feige.
And
Just
Ryan
keep giving
Reynolds.
him more control until he loses it and goes crazy, and then it's over. The MCU ride is done.
Yeah.
But
I hope
until
it's
then,
forever.
it's gonna be awesome.
Just be good enough, long enough for there to be a Squirrel Girl movie, please, or some sort of series. I don't care.
A Squirrel Girl, like what is it? The Justice League? No. What is it called? The East Coast Avengers?
yeah.
The
whatever it
Midwest Avengers.
Is it Midwest?
Oh no.
is. I don't think it's Midwest.
Squirrel
I'm
Girl.
sure the chat is driving it up, but like that's what I want. That was a great comic run. West Coast Avengers? No, that sounds like a
Great-
real
gonna go back
Great Lake Avengers.
Great Lake Avengers.
Yeah.
There
Thank
it
you,
is.
Drew Baca.
That's
Which
why.
is
That's why I
where-
thought Midwest, because that's all where they're
Yeah.
around.
That's where I was introduced to Squirrel Girl, and that's I would like for them to do that, and then they
Yeah.
can branch off and do other stories there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be fun too. Now let's talk about some trailers.
Trailers. So, I don't know. Is there a
No,
trailer
it's
song?
good. Yeah,
Oh.
I always wait for a second to see if Barrett like
Has something up
has
his sleeve?
something. Nick usually will pull something out,
Yeah.
and I'm happy that you did.
Thank you. You know, sometimes I try and step it up for you.
First trailer. Now this is something I don't normally do. Normally I try to look for trailers that I think are really interesting
Yeah.
and put them in here so we can discuss them.
I just
With-
watched all of these and I'm confused at this lead-in.
Well, just because Dolittle
Oh.
is not a trailer I liked, but I want to talk
No.
about it because, man, I really like what's his face.
I really like RDJ.
Yeah,
And this just did not do it for me at all.
didn't do it for me
When
either.
it dropped earlier this week, I think I got like a minute in and I was like, nope, and turned it off. And then when I saw you put it on for this today, I was like, dang it, now I have to go back and watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I also am fully aware we are not the target audience for this movie.
yeah, that feels true, but it like I feel like Disney does such a good job of making movies for all audiences,
Yeah.
and like this one just does not feel like it's hitting the mark. There's everything about it I just didn't hit well, like the accent he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Matt in the chat says the Dolittle accent is atrocious. And
Yeah,
I agree. I don't
and
think
it's
it sounds great.
such a weird choice.
The music I think was a weird one too. I don't know. I'm hoping that this is just a really bad trailer,
I'm hoping to, but
but I don't know. I feel like the next one would have to be very different tonally
very, very different.
for me to be interested in it.
Yeah.
But even if it was good, I don't know that this would be a movie that I would go see anyways. But I just want RDJ to do some good stuff.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one and see how it progresses. Moving on to our next trailer, another Disney one, Jungle Cruise.
Talk about something that I feel the complete opposite about. I'm in. I love the Jungle Cruise ride. I love The Rock. I really like Emily Blunt. I think that they nailed the tone of like the cheesiness of Jungle Cruise.
They really did.
I like how they incorporated different effects from the ride.
I love that.
It looks so good.
Yeah. The like setting it up for him to be like the, like, oh, hey, this is the cheapest trip you can take. And it's also the best adventure. And then seeing him like trigger all these little things to have the same effects that you see in the actual Jungle Cruise ride. It's just so like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
And like this overarching story that's like got
Emily Blunt with all this.
like
stuff.
weird magic stuff. Like,
Yeah.
sure, whatever. I don't care. I'm in already.
Yeah. And I honestly do think that they have like fairly good chemistry for, I think, the amount of chemistry The Rock can have with people.
I
which
think-
isn't like a super high level, but there's something about him and Emily Blunt that I think is really fun.
Yeah, no, I liked it too. The little back and forth that they had in the trailer.
And who isn't going to be super stoked that they included the backside of water joke, which is like the cheesiest part of the ride and my favorite. So
Yeah.
I'm super into it. I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I don't.
I was surprised by how much I was like, oh, yeah, this seems like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I was talking to friends that had gone to D23 who told me about when they had come out at the Disney Studios panel and said that it was like really fun and like it seemed like it had a good vibe. And these are my people with the highest level of Disney expectations. So this is one of those ones where it's like, I probably don't need to see another trailer for it. I know I'm going to go see it. And I could kind of media blackout on it. What do we have next?
Next trailer, Bombshell.
This looks so good. I remember being really confused when the teaser came out a few months ago.
Yeah, because it was very vague. It was just
so short.
The three main actresses
Just
getting
walking through the office and into the elevator.
together at the same time.
Yeah. Charlize Theron looks crazy.
Unrecognizable.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, it really is. But also
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
It took me like
Whoa.
a significant amount of time to figure out who he was. Like, why do I recognize him? The story sounds super interesting. It's not a story that I'm like particularly familiar with at all. But I think this is going to be really good. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm very stoked to this.
Yeah,
I can't wait, but at the same time, like, man, like the story I remember being like really fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know why I have like no real memory of any of this.
I want to say it happened like 4 years ago, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
I don't know.
Maybe more.
Yeah. Happy to see Nicole Kidman back in some movies. She's been killing it on Big Little Lies. I think it's a very interesting cast of her, Charlize, and Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to have a very interesting dynamic. Yeah. I think the December slot is interesting too, because I think that's kind of where like Molly's Game and stuff fell. And I got similar, I don't know, something about it kind of reminded me of that too. I'm excited.
All right, moving on to our last trailer, The Outsider.
I said it earlier. Just give me all the Stephen King things I'm going to be excited about. Jason Bateman looks great. The premise I think is very interesting of like, did he do it? There's all this evidence that he wasn't there, but there's evidence
also
that
fingerprints
he was.
everywhere. And like the line, there's a moment in the trailer where it sounds like the cop is talking, and he's like, if he didn't do it, someone else did it, and it's like that person's still out there, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, and it's a series which I'm excited about, so it's gonna get fleshed out a little bit more than.
Is this who's doing this? Do you?
I want to say it's Amazon, but I might be wrong. I could definitely be wrong.
This looks good. I'm in for everything Stephen King.
Yeah. I like that he's having like this little Stephen King renaissance.
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep coming out soon.
Right around the corner.
It's going to be a fun one. I'm excited.
Fun?
I'm excited
I don't know
for
if
all
that's
of
the right
these.
word.
No, I don't know. There's something fun about all of the Stephen King. I don't know. Maybe I just watch too many scary things that I
You
get
watch a
excited
lot
about
of
them.
scary things.
Give me all the scary murder things, please.
All right, folks. Now it's time for some ads. Our first sponsor today, Manscaped. Support for Kind of Funny Morning Show comes from Manscaped, who is #1 in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Halloween is right around the corner, and you don't want to be spooks. You don't want to spook someone with your scary bush. You might be Chewbacca, Bigfoot, or a hairy bear, but it's what's under the costume that really matters. Look, I've nicked my balls. It was awful, and there was so much blood. It's still one of my most traumatic memories. I hate that I have to think about it when I'm reading this ad, because it really was terrible. And you know what happened? I wasn't using the right tools. Manscaped's changing that for everyone. Don't be like me. Use the right tools. Don't be that hairy guy. Manscaped is forever changing the grooming game with their Perfect Package 2.0. Inside the Perfect Package, you'll find an electric trimmer called the Lawnmower. This waterproof, skin-safe technology will protect you from nicking your pumpkins. You can also create less by trimming in the shower. I don't know if you should do that. I feel like there's better ways to do that than that. But yeah, the skin-safe technology really works. I know that when Tim got the Lawnmower 2.0, I secretly took it out of its packaging, turned it on, and then put my hand in it right there, and I was fine. No cuts. Don't tell him about that. That's between us, all right? And of course, let's not forget about the Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why are you not putting deodorant on the smelliest part of your body? The Perfect Package 2.0 also includes anti-chafing performance boxer briefs that keep your package cool and smelling fresh all day. For on-the-go freshness, you'll love the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray. It's time to get clean and mean with the Perfect Package 2.0. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code MORNING at manscaped.com. Stay sexy this Halloween. Our next ad, Escape the Invasion. Ever wonder what you would do if you found yourself in the middle of a post-apocalyptic world that has been ravished by deadly viruses inflicted by aliens? I know I have. I know that Tim would die. I'd have to keep him alive. It would be a hassle. Looking for a unique date or game night that gets you off your devices and truly interacting with each other? You've got to check out Escape the Invasion. It's all about immersive experiences, and they just announced the launch of their new post-apocalyptic theme subscription box. If you're listening to this podcast, you probably have wondered, would I survive the alien apocalypse? Well, now you can find out. From the makers of Hunt a Killer, the popular true crime mystery subscription game that Greg and Jen Miller really enjoyed, comes Escape the Invasion, the sci-fi game where you are a survivor on a rapidly dying Earth after an alien invasion. Here is the plot. You find refuge in a government bunker, but is it safer than the outside world? Can you trust your fellow survivors? You think you're safe now that you've found refuge, but there is a council that creates and controls every aspect of life in the bunker. What will you choose, freedom or safety? With Escape the Invasion, you will receive a box of clues, physical items, and evidence each month. It's up to you to piece it all together, solve the mystery, and save humanity. Not everything is as it seems in this challenging game where you must decide who to trust. Your decisions will determine the fate of the story, the bunker, and maybe even humanity itself. It's been called an escape room delivered to your door where Fallout meets Alien. That's pretty cool. Or if you prefer a solo adventure, you can interact with their online community to swap theories and help others out. High-quality, handcrafted clues get you lost in post-apocalyptic world and make you feel like humanity truly is in your hands. This is a really unique and well-crafted experience that you will love. Right now, just for our listeners, you can go to escapetheinvasion.com/morning for 20% off your first box. That's escapetheinvasion.com/morning for 20% off your first box. escapetheinvasion.com/morning. Can you survive the alien apocalypse? Let me know if you get it. Give me a heads up.
I don't think I would.
No?
I think I'd just be like, this is how it ends. I'm over it. Seems like a lot of effort to survive.
I think
In
it
a
could be a
world
lot of
that's
fun.
probably not going to be that cool.
I mean, at first, it's
like, it's
all
weird-
about the challenge of rebuilding, you know? That's where the fun comes in.
I don't know. I watch The Walking Dead. Doesn't seem like it gets much better.
Also, Vengeance, you know? Take them out for taking us out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not competitive enough to care about that.
All right. Our big topic for the week is movies we've watched this week, because we've seen a couple of movies.
Oh, man, I'm so excited.
And also movies that are still coming out this year that we still want to talk about.
Yeah,
And are stoked about.
for sure. You want to? Let's go chronologically. You want to
Okay.
go first?
Yeah, sure. On Tuesday, I watched Zombieland 2.
Dun, dun, dun.
Double tap.
Tell me about it.
Did you like Zombieland 1?
Yeah, I didn't
think-
love it.
I
but
think you're
liked
going to
it.
like Zombieland 2.
Okay.
It is more of the same.
Okay.
It has one big problem in it where there's Zoe Deutsch's character is unredeemable
Interesting.
and just terrible.
I saw somebody today who was like, "Oh, Zombieland 2 embargo is a wrap. Zoe Deutsch is great," and that's the only thing she posted about it.
Really?
Yeah, Ash from
Now, she
Entertainment
plays
Tonight.
the character really well.
Okay.
And she does bring some laughs.
Uh-huh.
But I think overall, that character is frustrating and totally unrealistic in a world that, like, I don't want to say is realistic, but I enjoy the way they portray things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they make it really fun. This movie still has a lot a lot of that fun in it.
Okay.
And overall, like, I'm a big fan of Zombieland, and like, I do not regret watching this. I'm excited that the sequel happened. Like, this is a sequel that like stayed true. Like, it has the same writers and the same directors, and you can really feel that.
Yeah.
But there is just, I wish they had made some changes to this character that like made her even remotely better. Like, have one attribute that was cool instead of being nearly useless except for saying stupid things randomly.
Got it.
Which can sometimes be funny, but when
Yeah.
it's a, you know, one note joke, it kind of loses you. But again, overall, Zombieland 2, I enjoyed. Mm-hmm. Just this one character that I wish they had done a little bit more. Like, I wish they had made her really good at killing zombies.
Oh, got it.
You know, and it's
Or
just
at
like,
least she's like not that, or she's like not entertaining or whatever, like dumb, but she has some balance.
yeah, exactly. Where it's like, oh, okay, your character is this, you're really stupid, but also you're really good at killing these zombies. That would have been, I think that would have made it a better
Interesting.
story
Spoilers,
overall.
I guess that she's not good at killing zombies.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of jokes made at her. There's a lot of jokes made at her expense, but one that like really hit hard.
Got it. Yeah. I guess that would have been interesting too for like inter-character development of like, I don't know, maybe something a little bit more interesting. Mm-hmm. I went and saw Parasite last night.
Oh.
What an interesting movie. So it's
Is it as scary as it looks?
So I told you this last night because we were texting about stuff. I want to go back and rewatch the trailer, which I meant to do this morning and totally forgot to, just see tonally how it matched up with what the movie felt like. Because I only watched the trailer once. I think we watched it for the show. And I remember it feeling really scary, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I guess, Chad?
I think you're right. I remember like it had a lot of like weird creepy shots of like
Yeah.
empty houses.
Yeah. And it made I don't know. I thought there was a lot of really fun comedic elements. It could also be that I had like a rowdier crowd maybe. I didn't think it was horror.
Interesting.
It was definitely suspenseful at parts. I think it's an interesting.
Like, is it like kind of suspense that's got you on the edge of your seats the
No.
entire time? Okay.
Definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's very like mild suspense, but I still really liked it.
Was it gory?
Mildly.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's not for, I want to say, like 80% of the movie.
Is it subtitled?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all subtitled. So if you don't like subtitled movies, then
It's not going to work out for you.
Yeah, it's
I've heard
gonna be
so
real
many
bad.
good things. I also was going to go watch this movie, but then
we split.
yeah, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot came. Like, I realized that they were actually showing it near my house, so
Yeah.
I went to that instead.
I really liked it, but I feel like it's a hard one to describe. I want to look at because I know people are really big fans of
The director?
who I don't, as far as I know anything about, Bong Joon-ho.
I believe in like sometime soon they're going to be like in LA. They're doing there's like a theater event that's going to have all his movies.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Parasite, Snowpiercer, and The Host are the top 3 that are coming up. Yeah, the cinematography I thought was really pretty. Like, I just like the coloring
the
of it. I
palette.
think is really cool. I would go see it if you're like it. Like, there aren't really any like jump scares or anything like that, so it's definitely not that. Somebody in the chat was saying that it feels very Hitchcockian, which I don't disagree with, but I feel like there wasn't even as much tension there
Interesting.
as most Hitchcock movies have. It's definitely one of the weirder movies I feel like I've watched lately.
Would you recommend people go watch this at in theaters, or is this more of a movie like you wait till it comes to like Netflix?
I feel like this is one you could probably wait on. If this is one that you saw the trailer and you were like hyped on immediately, then I think it's probably worth going, especially if you have A-list and it doesn't really matter. Or if you have Alamo Drafthouse, which it's now released its thing.
Oh, has it?
In San Francisco. Yeah, I got the email yesterday.
How much is it?
It's $30.
It's
One
not
movie
terrible.
a day. Yeah, but it's just not convenient for us to get to. So
I hate the Alamo, just to be clear.
I
That
know,
light is
the light,
blinding.
you hate it. It's one that like I would definitely watch again because I feel like I know people that would really enjoy it. Like, if you wanted to go, I would totally go with you.
Interesting. Cool. Paula might want to go see it.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's interesting. Just like
It's a lot, but you're down to see it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it. The end.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one that I'm still processing through. Of like, man, just seeing how it all kind of came together was has a lot of like twists that you don't really expect, but they're not scary.
Something I forgot to say for Zombieland 2 is if you like Zombieland, I recommend go watch this in theaters because I think it is a cool experience. But like if you didn't like Zombieland 1, you will not like this movie because it's more of the same in a good way. Yeah.
Got it.
And then the last movie I saw this week that we can talk about.
I know. We saw one more that we can't talk about, and it's really upsetting.
Real bummer. This one's upsetting too.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Okay.
Now here's what we did. On Tuesday they had the just Reboot, and I think that you got like a poster or a couple other things because it's a weird Fathom event thing. And then Thursday it was a double feature.
Okay.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then Reboot afterwards. Now, Paul has never seen Strikes Back. It's the only View Askew movie that she hadn't seen at this point. So we went to see both. And I was really concerned because I really enjoy Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but I think that part of that is because it like came out when I was young and like the humor is really dumb.
Thing.
Yeah. But rewatching it, I can't believe how much I enjoyed it. Watching it in theaters was like such a good experience. And like a lot of the humor is still very solid. It's dumb humor, but it's like they're good laughs. Yeah, it holds up very well, and it makes fun of a lot of stuff that like we grew up watching.
Yeah.
You know, like they have
I think it's hard to do good dumb humor versus like dated dumb humor.
Right.
That doesn't.
Yeah. And I feel like this is dated, but we happen to be in that window of like, oh, we know Dawson's Creek. James Vanderbeek is a like person that I recognize. And yes,
he's on Dancing with the Stars
the pie
right now.
fucker. I know him. I'm the pie fucker. Yeah, it's a great line. Will Ferrell in it is just like, I wish there was a little bit less Will Ferrell in Strikes Back. What? I just that's the humor.
Him.
That's the humor that was like, oh, okay, when I was like 12, yeah, that was real funny.
Yeah.
But like now it's like, okay, it's going a little long. And then Reboot.
Not good.
It hurts to say it.
Oh no.
It really does.
It looks so fun from the trailer as somebody who doesn't have any history.
The story is just all over the place. And it really is a copy and paste for a lot of it from Strikes Back. And I think that like that's where watching the double feature hurt so much.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's like I had just seen all these scenes that are almost
shot for shot,
and with the same people, just now way older. And like
do you think you would have liked it better if you would put some space between them?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like the story isn't there, and as much as I really really like Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, their acting also just didn't seem anywhere near as good as it was in Strikes Back. I don't know what the difference is because Silent Bob is silent for 90% of the of both of these movies, but like there's something about the way he emotes. They had like an ongoing running gag where instead of talking, Silent Bob would pull out his phone and then tap on it for like 15 seconds.
Oh, way too long.
And then show it, and it was always just like an emoji. And it was like, it wasn't funny the first time.
Yeah.
It's not funny now. Please stop doing it. And they kept doing it. There was just a bunch of gags like that just weren't good. The story is all over the place. And it's very unfortunate. And it's one of those things like Kevin Smith has always been so good at writing dialogue between people. And I just feel like that's not here anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
And it's just like it feels like someone writing trying to capture like how people talk but not fully grasping it, and it's really really disappointment. Now that being said, there is one scene in it, well there's a couple scenes, but there's one scene that really really stood out where like I nearly teared up.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
interesting to have so much emotional resonance in one scene of a movie that you ultimately felt blah about.
Yeah. But it was a really good scene, and it like gives really good closure that I wish there was a little bit like it was closure for one movie, and I kind of wish they had done that a little bit more for other movies.
Interesting.
Kevin Smith has also been doing this thing where he also did this in Clerks too, where he uses an old character, but like introduces him as a new character, like an actor he's used in a prior movie,
like a secondary character.
Yeah, like what's the Earl from My Name is Earl, the show?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I can't
remember his name.
No.
Yeah, you know his name. It's skateboarder.
Jason
Lee.
Jason Lee?
Yeah.
Sorry, the train was passing. Jason Lee has played multiple characters in his universe, and in this movie you see two of them. But in Clerks, he also played a third character that like confused Paula this time, where he was like, "Which one of the three characters is he playing right now?" And then we get that again with Rosario Dawson. Is that her last name? Dawson?
Yeah.
Dawson's character, where it's just like, why introduce the same actor as now another character?
You know that there are more than like this one pool of people you're picking.
Yeah,
from.
and it's like I get that these are his friends, and like it feels like they're doing favors and stuff, but like also like why not just make that character the same person from Clerks too?
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, there were moments like that, and just terrible jokes
Oh, that's a
that
bummer.
went on. Crazy though. The room that we were in was all Kevin Smith fans, and they loved every second of it.
Really?
They were laughing hysterically, and I was like, man, maybe weed makes things way better. I don't know. Because they were all having so much fun, and at the end, I heard people like, that's the best movie I've seen all year, and it's like, this year.
How many other movies have you seen all year?
Have you seen Peanut Butter Falcon?
Clearly not. More people need to go see it.
It just, it was a heartbreaker. It starts, and like this isn't something that's going to be ongoing when it goes to wide release, I don't think, but it is like a 6-minute interview with Kevin Smith, and not even an interview. They're standing in front of a green screen that they've keyed out, and they've got the Reboot logo behind them, and they're just kind of talking to the audience, kind of thanking us for going. It was really cool, and like that almost got me emotional.
Yeah.
And it also ends with unseen like interviews, but it was so bad that like Paula was like, I want to go home now because it's 11, and like
that's a lot to watch them back to back.
Yeah,
it's a lot of movie time.
Yeah, so that was a bummer that I'm like couldn't watch those, but I was also in the same boat where I was like, yeah, I want to be away from this thing. Yeah, and it sucks. I hate having to say this, but I really feel like since Kevin Smith has been smoking weeds, his movies have taken I don't know, the storylines are just not nearly as solid, because this movie is like all over the place. I feel like there's some hints that like he talked about doing Mallrats for a little while, which was going to be the sequel to Mallrats, but with the daughters, and I kind of feel like he incorporated that into this.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his way of doing that without having to commit to like
maybe,
a full production.
but you get the feeling that it's all disjointed and stuff. Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it was a real bummer. Still, that moment at the end, or there's two moments at the end that were good. Yeah, and one of them with Ben Affleck was like really got me. Yeah, Ben Affleck also looking really old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was not aware. That's how old he looks now, but like not seeing him, looking like Bruce Wayne.
Does Ben Affleck play two characters in this one without giving any like super spoilers?
I can't remember if Ben Affleck plays himself in it,
or if he plays the comic book dude from.
No, I mean he is for sure Holden.
Okay.
I just don't remember. There might be a moment where you see Ben Affleck in the background.
Okay.
But I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's not like James Silent Bob Strike Back. I felt like hit the kind of perfect level of meta, and I think
it really did.
I think because they're doing like a sequel type of thing, it's from what you're saying, it seems like he tried to up the meta-ness of that because it's a follow-up and you gotta try to go big or go home. Yeah, and it just sounds too meta for its own good.
Yeah, and
I still want to watch it though.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The other Kevin Smith fans that I've seen like watch this movie and tweet out about it, you're the only one who has not liked it so far.
Oh man.
So
yeah, it's one of those movies that like 15 minutes in, I was like, I cannot believe that people are laughing behind me. And it's just like that happens so rarely. and it's just like, ugh. There's like a twist that happens in the last act that is like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I understand that you wanted to get to the point that happens a little bit after that, but it's just like, I legitimately don't understand why this twist happens or how it's like, just like, oh yeah, that's what's going on in this moment. And it's just like, it makes no sense at all. And it's just, oh man. It scares me for Clerks 3. It really scares me for Clerks 3, where it's like, if this is hints of what we're going to get with Clerks 3, I don't know that I want a Clerks 3. Because I enjoyed Clerks 2 a lot. One of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. Should we quickly look at what movies are coming out for the rest of the year?
Yeah, we saw more movies. Oh yeah, we already said that we saw other movies. That
we can't talk about. But we'll talk about it 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, that's way too
long. Because we can't talk about it next Thursday.
That's so annoying.
That's really annoying.
I hate this.
I know.
Sorry,
Barrett, there is a link there that you can click. You don't have to pull it up, but I want to be able to look at it with Joester here, please. But while we do that, let me tell you what is coming out on streaming platforms. Oh, shit, I forgot about this one, and now I'm super excited.
I tried to watch it, if it's what I think it is. I tried to watch an episode before I went to bed last night, but I was too tired.
Damn, I totally forgot. I would have done that yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't, because I already stayed up way too late. On Netflix, we've got Living With Yourself.
Which I'm so excited
Netflix original
about.
with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, that's what I tried to watch, and then...
Yeah. I'm so excited about that, too. On Amazon Prime... No, that's wrong. I believe it's Hulu. I think I copied and pasted. Letterkenny, right? It's on Hulu?
Yeah.
So Hulu picked it up because it was originally...
it's like a Canadian thing, right?
Yeah, it was originally... it's a Canadian show. It was originally on something else from Canada, but then it seemed like they weren't going to continue it, and then Hulu picked it up, and now they're still going. So, yeah, I want to catch up and watch all of that. Texas says 10-4 right there.
You'll get that Hulu. You're back on that Hulu train. You'll be fine. And then one more. This is not something I normally do, but on HBO, Watchmen starts this weekend.
Oh.
Watchmen.
By the way, that
Jesus.
Stephen King series with Jason Bateman is HBO. I looked it up. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Not Netflix. My bad.
Yeah. I like when it's something like that, and you're like, oh, all right, cool. Now I'm actually more excited about it, because the production value will be there. All right, so it looks like coming out next week. No, see, these dates are 100% right. Actually, let me go over what's out this week. We have Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Zombieland Double Tap, which I recommend if you like Zombieland. Mm-hmm. The Lighthouse, which is a movie I'm bummed that I haven't seen yet, because that looks really interesting in a really heady kind of way. And then Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which broke my heart. That's out this week in movie theaters near you. Let's move on till next Friday. What do we got? We have...
See, this is why this is confusing, because CRS1 in the chat also says that Jojo Rabbit's out this week.
And yet, the email
Does
that
the email
I have...
really say?
It says the 25th. For sure says the 25th. And looking it up on Fandango...
Because, everything for us is
when,
out next week, because that's what I said in the chat.
With the exception... Alamo,
but why is this
I don't
saying
know.
that it's out today?
I don't know.
Yeah,
so
Wikipedia is also saying,
Firstshowing.net letting us down. We've used you every week.
And it's not just Alamo Drafthouse. It's playing at AMC tonight and stuff, too.
Yeah,
No,
so there's a
next
couple
week.
places. No, there's a couple places that are playing it. I think Kabuki, right?
Yeah,
I have
Kabuki's
the
playing
first showing on here is next Thursday.
All right, but let's pretend it's actually on October 25th. So
Okay.
yeah, October 25th, that Friday, we've got Jojo Rabbit, which, we'll
talk about next week.
Yeah, at some point. And then Black and Blue. Any interest in that one?
Which one is that one?
That's the one about the cop.
It has Tyrese in it, so I want to go see it.
Okay, that one I like. Weird. I think it's not going to be good, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
Let's call out movies that we see on there. There's no other movies on October 25th that I'm excited for.
Terminator Dark Fate, we want to go
November 1st.
We want to see / we have to go see.
I want to see it. I kind of want to see Motherless too. Motherless Brooklyn.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I don't think I really care about this one.
Okay, all right. And then the Irishman.
I do want to see, but I probably will just wait for that to get to Netflix.
Yeah, which is not soon, not that long after, right?
Yeah. Marriage Story, I want to go see.
Which is November 6th.
Yeah.
And that's also Netflix.
It's coming. I think that one I would see in theaters maybe.
That like I watched. They put out another trailer.
Yeah.
And that trailer's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard because it's one of those ones where you're like,
This is gonna bum
not
me
gonna
the
be
fuck
great.
out.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna feel great after coming out of it.
November 8th, we have Doctor Sleep, which I know you want to watch, and I
Yeah.
also want to watch.
We should rewatch The Shining too before we go see that.
Absolutely, 100% in for that.
Last Christmas, I'm stoked about, even though I don't think it's going to be very good.
Yeah.
But that's the Henry Golding, Amelia Clark movie.
Yeah. Which
with
I
all
don't
of
think it's good, but I'm
but
willing to go watch
George
it.
Michael music in it, and I'm stoked. And then it's also Honey Boy.
Honey Boy, I'm super excited
Man,
to go
we're gonna
see.
have to do a lot of work that week.
Yeah. Hopefully we get screener passes and we can kind of space it all out.
Yeah. Speaking of another movie that I don't think is going to be great, but I'm excited about, Charlie's Angels.
It's November 15th, the release day. And then we have Ford versus Ferrari, a movie that I'm excited for.
Yeah, that's not my jam.
Yeah, that I think I already have.
I think you.
Ooh.
I'm going to go
Nick's
see
also really
earlier
excited
with
for that
Nick.
too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The Good Liar. I saw another trailer for it last night. I think it's a newer trailer. I'm really excited for it. I like Helen Mirren. I think it's going to be good. Oh, I hope it's good. How about that? I hope it's good
too.
21 Bridges, I think, looks interesting.
And this is November 22nd?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Russo brothers, right?
I think so. Does it say on the little poster there? You got your good eyes.
It's too small.
Squint.
So tiny.
It's not
but
helpful at all.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why is this linked to an our? Okay, sorry.
No worries.
yeah, they're producers.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
That one looks
Plus
interesting. I'd be down to see it. I'm not super excited.
It has Chadwick Boseman, who I like, and it also has Taylor Kitsch, who is, man, I got a sweet spot for him.
Man, November
he doesn't put
22nd,
all
though,
the good
another
stuff.
one of those days that's like a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I love Tom
don't-
Hanks. I love Tom Hanks so much.
I don't have like a huge connection to Mr. Rogers.
Neither do I, but
I've heard that it's really good.
Yeah.
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2.
Let's
Oh my
fucking
God.
go.
Yep.
Let's go. Gosh, I'm
What's
so excited.
Dark Waters? Can you hover over that? No, it's not
I
ringing
saw
any
the
bells.
trailer for that. I don't think I cared about
I'm
it.
sure that I've seen the trailer, but it's not
That
ringing any.
Ruffalo?
Yes. Yes, actually, now that you brought up that it was Ruffalo, that's the one about the DuPont, right? Or the chemicals being like
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
that one I think is really interesting, but I feel like that's not a movie that's for everyone. Like if you like
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Paula's not going to go with you.
Oh yeah, no way. November 27th, we've got Knives Out and
Fuck yeah.
Queen and Slim.
I'm excited
Oh
for
my
both
God.
of those.
Wow.
Queen and Slim, like the first time I saw the trailer, I was like, this
Yeah.
looks really interesting. And now I've seen the trailer literally, and I'm not exaggerating, dozens of times.
Because they play before everything
Every
now.
goddamn movie. And it's kind of like, I don't know how much I want to watch it, but
I like Daniel Kaluuya, so I'll go.
yeah.
See it. Knives Out.
Knives Out, I can't wait for.
Yeah. Gimme. I already have tickets to. That's one of the only ones that I have advance tickets for, just in case.
On December 6th, nothing that's catching my eye.
No.
Portrait.
So I saw a trailer last
Lady
night for
on-
Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It's all in French.
Yes.
Super interesting. Don't know if I'm actually gonna go see it.
That's
though.
the one where the puppeteer, like.
No, she's a painter.
Okay, that was a different one then.
It's
I
like
saw it.
yeah, it's definitely like a period piece. She's like a painter.
You hate period pieces.
I know exactly, which is probably why I won't see it. And then the week after that, Black Christmas, which I that's another one where it's like I don't think it's gonna be good, but I want to go see it.
I'm
I
down to
liked
watch that
the
too.
other one that they put out. I just also like the horror comedies, which I think it'll kind of end up being.
Hopefully. I really like horror comedies too.
Yeah.
And then we've got Jumanji: The Next Level on that same day, December 13th.
I'm excited about it. It'll be interesting to see how they do it with this one and kind of switching everybody up.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna that's what's gonna be the most fun.
Yeah.
Like seeing Kevin Hart and
Everybody
do
be each
those,
other.
Yeah, different roles and see how they change. From the clips that we've seen in the trailers, I feel like they're gonna pull it off, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Because like a movie is a long time to stay in those roles. I hope that there's not something where they can switch characters somehow.
Yeah.
Because like I hope that we commit to that. We also have what else? What's that? Seberg.
Richard Jewell was.
Oh yeah, that one looks really
that trailer
good.
dropped last week or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That movie looks really
Really
cool.
good. Good catch on that one.
Seberg, nothing's popping up.
Nothing's popping up. It's cool. It doesn't matter.
Uncut Gems. Also.
Uncut Gems. I don't know that it looks good. I'm definitely gonna watch it. That's a Netflix one too, right?
No, that's a A24 movie, I believe.
Interesting. I would be down to watch it. I don't know that it would be any good. And December 20th, we have Bombshell, Cats, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Sorry.
Go see a Star Wars.
The Rise of Skywalker. That
Not
is
Rise of the Skywalker, which
I said
we
the Rise of
inevitably
Skywalker.
every time we put it in a title, we always call it Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah.
What's super intelligence?
Nothing's popping up for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
can't
heard
be
of that
good.
one. But like, man, coming out like, it's why would they put Bombshell that week?
Yeah, I don't
That
know.
seems like a mistake, right?
Super Intelligent seems to be a Melissa McCarthy movie,
Yeah.
which doesn't look great.
Joey, are you gonna watch Cats?
No.
Even if we get like an early screener and it's like at a very
I-
reasonable time.
I hate the musical.
Okay.
I have zero, like, not only do I have zero, I have negative amounts of interest in watching Cats.
That's a
Yeah.
interesting amount of interest. Star Wars. You excited all for?
Yeah, I like I don't love Star Wars. I like Star Wars. So I'm excited to see it, just to see how the trilogy ends and
Yeah.
or the entire saga, really. I'm excited for Bombshell. I'll probably see those two since we can't figure out anything. Oh, Super Intelligence is a Melissa McCarthy movie, which means that I probably won't like it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't think that that's being released in theaters anymore.
Oh, now it's going to HBO
yeah,
Max
it's
as of
HBO Max.
yesterday.
Yeah. So they just haven't updated this.
Got it.
And then on December 25th, we've got 1917, which is going to be awesome.
Intense. Yeah, that's
It's going to be intense. Who's directing it? It's someone cool.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Sam Mendes.
They have worked on Skyfall, Spectre.
Deakins is doing cinematography.
Deakins is doing cinematography. And the thing about this movie is
It's gonna look incredible.
I got sent this some video package. They were like, "Oh, check this out," and it was like a YouTube link, and it was kind of Deakins talking about how they wanted to do it all one shot, like to seem like
gosh.
it's all one
Yeah.
shot, and how like intense that was, and the footage they showed looked so crazy. This one, like, I'm really stoked for, but I think it's gonna be one of those movies I totally forget about.
Yeah.
Until after.
I mean, I'll be interested to see a little baby Lannister in a movie that's in something where he's not playing a Lannister.
Little baby Lannister.
The younger brother of the fucking crazy kid.
Got it.
who kills
Okay.
himself.
Yeah.
when,
He's the main
yeah.
man. He's grown up a lot.
Yeah.
Like I didn't put that together till right now. Like yeah, that's him.
But Rob Stark's in it too, right?
Yeah. No. Oh yeah, he is Richard Madden, and so is Colin Firth and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. I don't love war movies. That's not really usually my jam.
December 25, also Christmas Day.
Yeah.
More
that's
importantly,
intense.
my birthday.
Ah.
So in honor of that, please go see Little Women because Greta Gerwig should do more projects.
Little Women's casting is incredible. Like
I was so not excited for it, and then I saw the trailer and realized what the casting was, and realized it was Greta Gerwig. I was like, "Fuck!" I was super wrong
Yeah.
about that.
where it's like I don't like it's not the first time we've seen Little Women come to like movies, right? I don't
Yeah.
remember it all,
The
but I
other
remember
one
not
was,
enjoying it.
It was like it was the '90s like
Yeah.
hype beast thing. Yeah, like such a classically '90s thing, and I think that this is pretty accurate to like picking those like key younger actors and actresses that are like the it people of
Winona
this time.
Ryder in
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So those are the movies that are coming out this year still.
I'm just calling it now. Making top 10 lists for this year is gonna be a bloodbath.
It's gonna be insane, and
There's
I
so
already
many.
have like something that's like I did not expect this. Like I don't think that Endgame is gonna be my number one, and that just blows my mind.
Yeah, it's for me. It's
I
hard to
can't
put
believe
Endgame
it.
on there. Endgame is so hard because it's the culmination of
Of
such,
a
long
thing, and I thought
journey.
that would give it more juice with me, but
Yeah.
like, so there's some movies that we've seen that
are so good.
are so good. What about Falcon?
Yeah. Also, I think I've committed to starting a Letterboxd XD account to track everything because I can't just do notes on my phone anymore.
I have to do that too. I also
So
at
if you
some
use it, let me know. Let me know what you think.
at some point want to start actually like doing longer reviews so that I can pinpoint what it is about movies that I like so much
Yeah.
and like
I
be able
know.
to,
I feel like I
look
just
back at them.
like things. or
Yeah,
don't
and
like
I want to be
things.
better at explaining stuff. Last week I asked you guys to tell me about reboots that surprised you and why. Because I was really hopeful that Jay and Silent Bob reboot was going to be awesome. It wasn't. You guys wrote in patreon.com/kindafunny. Nat Vu says, one of my favorite reboots is The Departed. It's a remake of a Hong Kong film called Internal Affairs. I've never seen it, but man, what a great movie The Departed is.
I feel like this was just an excuse.
Oh, it's 100% there for Nick.
Yeah.
But it is a reboot.
Is it
A
though?
remake? I
Like,
guess
it's
that
a
would-
remake. I wouldn't consider that a reboot. I don't know. That's
all right.
weird.
All right.
That's weird.
And also, Nick wasn't here to take the
Yeah.
insult. Sorry about that.
Just tweet at him and
Yeah.
say Departed is a good movie.
And then he'll see it in like 7 weeks.
Surf31 says, a reboot that surprised me was the newest Planet of the Apes trilogy. Each film is different, but still fantastic. Plus, I love how grounded in reality they were.
The first and second one, really, really fucking good. Second one especially. I never watched the third one though.
I haven't watched the third one either.
Yeah, I heard very like meh things about
Really?
it. Yeah.
It's got Woody Harrelson in it, right?
That's it.
I don't know who the
doesn't
cast
sound
is for
like
that.
I think
third-
he's the
third
bad
one.
guy in it.
Oh.
Is it?
Is Rise the last one?
No, it's War. War.
Yeah,
Planet
War of
the
the
Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
I also really liked them, and I also really like the original Planet of the Apes. And
Charlton Heston.
yeah, those are
Yeah.
good movies. I remember many years ago, I brought over the DVD set that I had and gave
Yeah,
it
it
to
is
Cool
Woody
Greg,
Harrelson.
and he loves them.
And Steve Zahn. Shout out to him.
And then Tyler Fulton says, one of my favorite reboots and horror films from this decade is 2013's Evil Dead. It gets a bad
Oh,
rap,
interesting.
mostly due to comparing it to the original trilogy. What it lacks in the Raimi camp, it makes up in the brutal gore, creative deaths, and fun homages. I've never seen it.
I haven't either, and I like Sam Raimi stuff. And
Do you like the Evil Dead movies?
I've never seen him.
Oh, okay. Evil Dead 2 will always confuse me, where I don't understand if it's a reboot, a remake,
Sequel?
a sequel. I don't. I legitimately don't know. I feel like 90% of that movie is exactly like the first one, but like with a better budget.
Maybe I'll add this to my.
Scary movies to watch in
Yeah.
October. Running out of time, Joey.
I mean, I still have like a week and a half.
Running out of time, Joey. Yeah, but Evil Dead 3 is awesome. Right, Brett?
That was a big shrug from Barrett.
Really? Okay.
And now he's silent. This is weird.
Okay. Next week for our bronze tier topic. What 2019 movies are you excited to see? Let me know. I want to see what people like are most excited. I feel like Star Wars is the easy answer.
Yeah.
But like, look at that list, man. Figure it out. See if there's anything else that you.
I think a lot of people are excited about Ford versus Ferrari.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I feel like that's like another one that I hear a lot of people talking about.
Yeah, that one looks like it's going to be really cool. Thank you for joining us today and this week on Screencast. I am your host. You can follow me on social media at KindaFunnyKevin. You can follow Joey at Joey Noel
You can.
on all of the social medias. You can follow Barrett at SadBoyBarrett. Go to the movies and watch. What was the best movie we've seen this week?
Well, we can't talk.
Okay, all right. Zombieland 2. Watch Zombieland 2.